what you doing now, Dave?
I'm going to check my front brakes.
On Leroy?
On Leroy. See what the wear and tear factor is.
You ever done this before?
Negative. Oh boy, that brake drum shot.
We're Dave and Karen from Watts on Wheels, and we sold our sticks and bricks to RV full-time now that we are retired. We travel with our heavy-duty truck Leroy, our 2 K&N motorcycles, our DRV Dixie, and our smart car Zippy. Don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell to be notified when we post a new video. What do you got there?
It's a bottle jack. 20 tons.
20 tons. It's a hot one. It's in the 90s today, but at least we're in the shade over here.
I want to see something. How high am I going to have to go here? I got enough lumber.
You got a couple more blocks?
Yeah, we're going to need 1 or 2. All right. It's there.
Is that just for extra stability?
You know it.
Well, that's a nifty little tool.
Yeah, get the little plastic lug covers off. Yeah, it's still tight.
Oh, what you got there?
Torque converter.
Oh, Amazon, right?
.com. There we go.
Have you used it yet?
Nope. What you want to do, crank this handle in the direction you want the nut to go.
Was it move super slow or something?
Yep.
I can see that moving.
Yep. All right.
That little. So that's a little sweaty out here, Dave. I think you're going to have to switch from beer to Pedialyte.
I think so. Today and today only. This is the brake drum.
Okay. Is it okay that it's all rusty like that?
Yeah. Oh, shoes are dragging a little.
The shoes are dragging?
Yeah, you can hear them.
Yeah.
I have to come in here and loosen up my slack adjuster. Why did they make it square? Why? Yeah. I got the feeling that these brakes are had just for the fact that this was all the way out.
What's that thing do?
It automatically adjusts the brakes as they wear.
Oh.
Oh boy, that brake drum shot.
There are little cracks in there.
Yep, it's shot. It's been heated up real bad. You see all the cracks in it?
Yeah.
That's no good. I'm looking at the pads. They don't look too bad.
Are you going to get new pads too?
Might as well, I'm here. Yeah, you get the S-cam. You can see it was all the way adjusted out to there. See how high that roller rides up on there?
Uh-huh.
That's your maximum. That's it. It don't go any further than that. Now time to take off the brake shoes. In order to do that, what we have to do is there's this little clip right here. You pull that forward. It's a retainer spring that holds the rollers in. And then we want to take a bar, and we'll shove the bar down in here. Try to get past the spring. And boom, pry that open and take that roller out. And that'll let the shoes relax. Do the same thing up here. Take the screwdriver on this side. And we'll put it underneath this spring. And we'll pop that spring off. And there's one on the other side. Get it? Almost. There it goes. All right. There it goes. And you just
How's this one look?
That one's all cracked up too.
Yep, too much heat. See, now I have the wheel off. I went in and greased the kingpins and the slack adjuster and the tie rod end and all that, so a lot easier to do it with the wheel off. Alright, got the old shoes off, the drum, everything. And what I'm doing is I'm just going through here with a little wire brush, steel brush, and just kind of like descaling it. And especially where the shoes hook up, down on these two pins, you want to make sure they're good and clean. Actually, these two pins you get with a kit, 2 new pins. But the problem is with them that they're rusted in here, and to get them out you have to heat this with a torch to pound these pins out. So if the pins are in good shape, which these appear to be,
Even though they're rusted?
yeah, and they're not worn or grooved or anything, so just leave them in, go with them. Clean the S-cam off really good.
So where'd you find your drum and shoes at?
Slack Auto Parts, or Slack Truck Parts.
Slack truck, or locally?
Yeah, locally, so that
And
worked out well.
would you just take your parts in there and say, give me these and...
Told them what truck I had, and
Uh-huh.
said, here's my old parts, match them up.
Yeah.
Had to trade the old ones in, the cores. And the first thing we want to do with these in our little spring kit,
That come with it?
that comes with it, that, and all the little rollers. These are the 2 rollers here that go in the back, that the sleeve goes in there, and then those rollers go in. But they rust in place, so we'll set those aside. And the first thing we want to do is this little bar here. That's for this big spring.
The gray one.
The gray spring. Blue, gray, sometimes the different colors. That goes in here, and the spring goes onto that. Like that. But first, you have to pound these in. You kind of set them up there, and
It's on an angle.
like that.
Why is it on an angle?
That's the way they're made. So now it's in there. Now we got to take the other one, and you want to make sure you put it in this hole, not this hole or that hole. This hole. There we go. What we want to do is take the shoes. This big spring. Like this. 2 shoes, hook them together with the spring. Like that. And then you want to put it around it.
What did you pay for them?
The shoes, I think they were $49 a set.
And your drum?
Drums were $109.
Well, that's a good price.
Alright, then what we want to do is we take these 2 little springs right here and a pair of vice grips. And this is the fun part. We want to take these 2 springs, and you see how this one has a little bend in it? That goes up at the top like that.
How do you know these things?
YouTube.
Yeah.
And what you want to do is this hole right here, and there's the same hole on the other side of the shoe back here. We're going to start on the back side. So you hook it there, and then you try to get this shoe in place. And then here comes the fun part.
Gotta stretch it. Is that what you gotta do?
Yep.
Okay, so I see the orange hook there.
Yep.
Comes down and hooks into the other one.
Right. This is the easier of the two. There it is. And in this little set are these little retainer springs, wires, whatever you want to call them. You have to put them on the rollers for the S-cam. There you go. See, there's the old ones.
Oh.
Compared to the new one.
Oh yeah. A little rusty.
All right. We want to take this bar and we want to slide it in here. We have to get past that spring like that, and we want to lift this up. We want to put this roller right up in here like that and have that shoe come down on it. And we have to make sure this wire, the way it's positioned, you take it, this one. There we go. Get this wire inside there. Once we have that wire up in there, we pinch it together and we move it up. And it locks in. There's little dimples on that wire go in this hole. You see it sticking out.
Oh, and there's one on each side.
Yeah, and that locks that wheel or that roller in there for it to keep it from doing what it does, keep it from falling out.
Okay.
And then we do the same thing on the bottom one. There we go. Just like that. Locked in. That's it.
Okay.
Brakes are back on. Brake cleaner.
Brake cleaner.
Get any grease off the pads that we may have put on it.
94 degrees today, Dave.
It's going to be 98 today.
Oh, man, Georgia's hot.
All right. Now that S-cam seems like it's a little out. So I'm going to see if I can bring that back in.
What makes you say it's a little out?
Well, this part isn't flat against the roller right there.
Oh.
So it's spread just a little. Mm-hmm. So I want to see if I can bring it back in. There it goes.
What did you just do?
Turn the adjustment knob down here, or bolt, on the slack adjuster.
And that moved that.
Yep.
Oh, there's your new drum.
Metal looks a little better in here.
Now, is this a balanced drum?
It is.
And what's the difference?
Well, they put it on a machine, they balance it out so it doesn't vibrate when you're humming down the highway. Mm-hmm. It doesn't run out of balance.
So you actually have to ask for a balanced drum.
You got to tell them it's a steer tire, steer axle, and you want a balanced drum. All right, what we have to do here, there's a film of oil in there to keep it from rusting. You want to
Brake cleaner!
You know it.
So there's no bearings that you have to pack like you do in the RV.
Now, the bearings are all in the hub. Because the drum comes off the hub, the RV, the hub, and the rotor are all one piece. But with these, when you take it off, you want to jerk it around up and down, in and out, see if there's any play. No play in that one.
That's good.
Yep.
The power lift. How much does that thing weigh?
Well, about 80 pounds, maybe.
Oh, good grief. Counterclockwise.
There it goes. What I want to do is just get the drum down a little bit. So, I want to set the slack adjuster to it. It's a lot easier to work on it here without the big tire in the way. So what I want to do is let out the slack adjuster, or hit the slack adjuster a little bit until the drum stops spinning. That means the brakes are applied. You hear it ratcheting. There goes the brakes.
Heard a little rub.
Yeah, a little rub. Like that. I want to back it off one half turn.
Now, so you got it to rub, and now you're backing it off?
One half turn. There's my half turn. Right there. See?
Beautiful.
Let me take these back off. Spacer so the wheel doesn't stick to the drum. Doesn't rust to the drum and stuff.
Does it matter which way you put it on there?
No. And you gotta walk it in there.
Ooh. Ooh la la.
La la. Sounds like it's seated. Supposedly this thing gives out 1,200 foot-pounds of torque, so.
I was going to ask you, do you have to torque those?
Yeah, you should with a torque wrench. Got to torque it to 400 pounds.
Uh-huh.
And if that thing puts out 1,200 pounds.
Pretty much made the 400, huh?
I think so. Listen to that.
I hear nothing.
Nothing. Let's see how far off we are.
Can you have it torqued too tight?
I'm sure you could. That's one.
Time to lower it back down. Thirsty?
Oh yeah. Got a beer?
I think you need
Where's
a
the beer,
I think
lady?
you need a Pedialyte.
I think you need the beer. Where's the beer? I think you're holding out on me. Got to put the bling back on.
They're just plastic, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just plastic.
Do you think that the wearing of the pads on the RV had anything to do with
Oh
these?
yeah. Yeah, the RV was doing most of the stopping.
And tighten them back up with your cute little tool there.
Cute little tool.
Okay.
No guy likes this tool called cute.
What you doing now, Dave?
Rear brake job.
Rear brake job.
Yeah, all sorts of fun.
I see you got a bunch of 4x4s.
Yeah. Brace this thing up.
Oh, you're going to put those on there, the axle?
Yeah.
So the extra wood is just a safety precaution? So this is one good reason why to have only one axle instead of two in the back of your truck, huh?
Yeah.
Just do twice the work on brakes. Here it goes. Yay.
I had these replaced last year before we took off.
Because was there a reason for it?
The other tires were a little dry rotted.
Oh. It reached over 100 degrees yesterday. Today it's cloudy, thank goodness, but Dave brought out his blower, which he's running off of the Honda EU 7000 IS. So between the two noises, you'll see how loud that generator and blower is. The generator's quiet. Just using manual labor, muscle, difficult. What's your first thoughts looking at that?
Quit bowing ahead. How do you loosen up these slack adjusters?
What you doing over there?
Loosening up the slack adjuster. I would say these aren't in any better shape than the other one.
At what point do you say, I gotta send this in, I'm gonna just put it back together again and drive it to the truck shop?
I'm going to give this drum a couple more beatings after that. Forget it. It's not worth my sit here and have a stroke over this thing.
That's right.
Well, I think I'm to that point.
Put it back together and take it to the shop?
Yeah. I think we'll let somebody else have the stroke.
Is that brake dust inside of there?
Yeah.
Wow. You find that stuff works?
Works well.
Does it work quick?
Pretty quick, yeah.
What does it do for you? I mean, what does it feel
Makes
like?
you feel better.
Yeah, you just like really tired, exhausted, and it sparks
Tired, exhausted, and dizzy.
you back up.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm going to bring it in and let a young man take care of this.
Gainesville Truck Center. This is a big place.
Want to get a new Mac?
Yeah, but I didn't realize that they had a big old showroom and everything. This place is big.
Okay, yeah, they are pretty glazed up.
Yeah, they got a little glaze going on, and the drums are definitely cracked.
Yeah, the shoes ain't that bad.
But they're not. No, they're no. So they still had a little life left in them.
Yeah. Oh.
But everything else on the truck looked good. I went ahead and replaced your air filter because I saw it was.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below, even if it's just to say hi. Don't forget to subscribe.